Custou meu país. Caraca, pior. Ai. Isso aqui é legal, isso aqui é legal. Diminui o vigor do inimigo. Vamos ver se dá pra brincar. Versões. Golpes. Energia infinita. Não, peraí.
We'll get closer to the town under the cover of night. We'll split into smaller groups.
I'm sorry.
E o cavalo? Nada isso aqui, ó.
Samuel will pull through, but Berta won't survive the night.
There's nothing we can do to help him anymore.
I tried a chamomile decoction, but he's in too much pain to fall asleep.
I'll go and see him. We'll pray together.
Did you hear what was arranged with von Berghoff?
Of course, but I don't even have the will to shake my head anymore.
Is there something you don't like about the plan?
Don't like? You lot have gone mad. First, you bring von Berghoff here in shackles. Then you let him put a flea in your ears about how to outsmart the king? And now you want to walk right into his people's clutches? Have you taken leave of your senses, for Christ's sake?
You make it sound like things were different before with Zizka.
You bet your ass it was different. He didn't act like a fool, and only took actions that could actually succeed.
I'm sorry.
Caralho.
It looks like the two of us will be going to Kuttenberg alone.
I can hardly wait.
Aren't you looking forward to going home?
When they captured Pa, von Bergov's people came to Rutar Palace.
Did they do anything to you?
No, I wasn't harmed. But before they took me away, they ransacked the place. Then von Bergov just took me to Malashov. It's likely Vavak took our home for himself. He's always threatened to do that.
Well, you can try. When we free your father, Ruthar Palace will be yours again.
I hope so. But that's still far from certain.
How do we even get inside Ruthar Palace?
Like I said, through the underground.
Well, I suppose by now I ought to know you don't have back doors here. Just secret passages, eh?
You are in mining country, you know. There's more going on here below ground than above.
How will I find the entrance this time? From the position of some cross again?
No, I'll guide you this time. It's just below the walls. You only need to know where to turn.
Are you ready to go?
There's no point in dallying.
All right, let's go.
Well, here we are. I'm not keen on going into that darkness.
Are you afraid?
Of the dark? Me? I'm not a little girl. But God knows what we'll find inside. Especially at the far end.
I'll be with you. If anything happens, just stay behind me and...
Ah, my hero. But since I'm the one who knows the way, I'll be going first. Usually there's only a small trickle running through here. The water must have risen.
How far away is it anyway?
Soon there'll be a fork, and from there it's only a short distance. You'll see.
And where does the passageway end?
In the cellar, conveniently enough. It's always best to arrive inconspicuously. Oof, that startled me. Anyway, what's Lord Capon's problem with underground passageways? When I mentioned it at Sukdol, he looked like he was about to faint.
When we were defending the Barkov, we got buried under the rubble from a demolished tower.
Oh my god!
He was lucky to survive it. I still remember him calling for help. He was scared to death. There was nothing we could do. That's when he was captured by von Berghoff. Since then, he's not comfortable with tight spaces.
Sorry, I was a silly goose to bring it up. This is going to be a bit difficult.
Everything all right?
No. Of us.
I can't swim myself. But it's quite shallow water. You see.
Shallow or not, would you seriously let a lady wade waist deep in cold water?
Well, what's to be done? I'll carry you over.
Don't worry then. I'm not some fragile peckle. Well, you said it was hardly knee-deep. This is not how one carries a lady, you barbarian.
Maybe not in Kuttenberg, but it's how we did it in Skalitz.
But it's not very comfortable.
Ah, just grin and bear it, my lady. We're almost there.
Oof, I don't think you'd be welcome at a royal court. But I am just so I thank you.
I hear voices. Looks like we've got company. And not welcome company, I reckon.
hardly recognize this place.
This doesn't look like the work of Avak's people. They're like city rabble and beggars.
They're acting like they own the place. If Pa were to see this, we must get rid of them.
So I'm supposed to slaughter them? Just like that?
Yes, that scum has no right to defile this place with their presence. It's our home, our property.
Which means they deserve to die.
If we want to be sure they won't give us away, we've no choice.
My. How quickly Lady Rosa can change her mind. What's the difference between those ragamuffins upstairs and the villagers at Malashov, eh?
But this is our home, our property. They have no right.
Folk who have nowhere to lay their heads and nothing to eat aren't much interested in the troubles of the rich. They just seize the opportunity.
You're right. But they can't stay here either. They give us away.
So you want me to get rid of them? But what will you do? I'm responsible for keeping you safe.
Don't you worry. You don't have to hold my hand in my own home. Do you see this ivy here? It goes all the way up to the window of my chamber. That's where I keep my crossbow. I bet that riffraff didn't find it. If I climb up there, I can cover you from above. Just in case.
If you say so. But if anything happens, hide. Got it?
All right. Now turn around so you can't see up my skirt.
Right then. Here we go. I hope Rosa can aim well. Sakra! Rosa? Could you... Rosa! Do it!
I've been waiting for you.
Excuses, nigga. Ain't nobody coming to save you. It's you.
You want to try me?
So bad you want this shit, huh?
Ah!
Come on.
Are you alright?
You're right, Henry. I think I hit one too.
You're a good shot. Capon and Kibyanka wouldn't believe their eyes.
Thanks.
Is something wrong?
Someone's trying to break through the door.
Damn it! I'll be there in a moment.
Be careful.
Load your crossbow, and if they get inside before I get there, shoot them.
I barricaded the door. I'm sure I can hold out for a while.
What a mess.
Vai, Joaquim, vai.
You want to try me?
Bom,
You open it, you'll...
Rosa? It's me. I'm in one piece. Bye. It's over.
You can come in now.
So, here we are. Welcome home.
It doesn't feel much like home anymore. They were behaving like animals in here.
Don't worry about the mess. Our boys will happily clean up once they get here. We owe you that.
The mess is the last thing on my mind. There was my mother's silver, my brother's hunting trophies, and my books. It's all gone.
Right. We've got a lot of work to do. But we'll get there. You'll see. We have to. There's a lot at stake.
That's true. You know, Henry, I want to ask you something. And I want an honest answer, all right? If everything were to go wrong at the Italian court, and God forbid you had to choose, would you still try to rescue my father, even if it meant putting stealing the silver in jeopardy?
It's not that simple, and you know it. Silver gives us a chance to force the king to back off quickly, but we need allies anyway. Because Sigismund's people won't stop defending his interests here.
All right. I just wanted to make sure you understand that. And that I can trust you not to leave my father behind if the plan goes awry.
If our plan succeeds and your father is freed, do you know what will come next?
I try not to think about it.
Why? That's why you're helping us, isn't it?
If you get the king's silver, my father and I will have to hide. Leave the region, go somewhere out of Sigismund's men's reach, and you and I will have to part ways.
Maybe it won't be necessary. As soon as Jobst and his troops arrive, you'll be safe again.
Maybe. But your duties are elsewhere. Capon's estate is in Ratai. Besides, he'll be getting married, and you'll surely be accompanying him. Why should my father and I stay here anyway? What do we have left?
Ai, cutscene isso aí.
You'll be alright.
Caralho, calma. O cara sabe. Olha. Meu amigo.
My father would clap you in irons for that.
Porra, ai, perdi a legenda. Merda. Ah, vai dar você, vai.
And for this.
Eita, feijão.
Oh, it seems you know how a lady should be carried.
Where to, ma'am? I don't see any rivers, ditches, or puddles to cross.
Damihi castitatem e continentiam. The null immortal. Forward, Sir Knight.
Ai, 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 não, não. Calma, essa aqui. Calma lá, calma lá. Deixa eu passar essa cena. Caralho. Acabou, acabou, finalmente.
Oh, Christ. Oh, is it morning already? Zizka and the others will most likely be here by now. I should go and have a look.
Eita! Que legal, olha. Eu perdi todo o meu traje, olha que legal. Que tudo, incrível. Trezentos. Aqui 38. Duzentos e 218, né? É.
out yesterday evening and night.
What about it?
I thought maybe you want to talk about it.
Do you think there's anything to talk about?
Well, what's next for us?
Nothing, most likely. I'm Lord Rutard's daughter. Our name still means a lot, despite all the trouble we're in. When my pa is free and an opportunity presents itself, I'll have to get married.
Has your father already picked a groom for you?
Not yet, but I know how it goes. If I'm lucky, I'll marry a young nobleman and soon bear him a bunch of children. And if I'm really lucky, they'll find me some old man who will drop dead before we even leave the church.
Esse é o DJ Holanda, tá lançando a nova moda. É o DJ Holanda.
I'll marry you then.
What?
If we can free your father, I could ask him for your hand in marriage, even under threat that he'll go back under lock and key if he refuses.
I don't think he'd allow it either way. Lord Ruthard's daughter, and the bastard son of the Lord of Skalitz, who was driven out of his estate by Sigismund himself. That's not going to happen. Although, our plan may very well fail.
Ai.
And no one might survive. Why throw something nice away prematurely? You know, carpe diem et memento mori.
Well, that's how you feel.
Witaj, Henryk. Morning, Adder. How's it going?
Dziś będzie dobry dzień. Czuję to w kościach.
So you're already here. How was the journey? Did you run into any trouble?
No, it actually went quite well. Bradley. Shut up, though. Credit where credit's due. He really helped in Malishov. That hit to the gate came at just the right time. We'd have dropped like flies if not for his men. But sometimes I feel like letting something blow up next to my head too, just so as not to have to listen to him for a while. I'd be more interested in hearing what happened here yesterday. When we got here was
Some local beggars set up a lair in here. We have to get rid of them somehow.
What about Rosa? Doesn't she regret coming too?
Why would she? She asked for it herself.
Mainly because you were going. Doesn't seem to like the rest of the group very much.
It's not like you're doing much to change her mind. And the way things look around here certainly didn't improve her mood.
We may be bastards, but we're not ungrateful. Anyway, I told the men to get rid of the bodies and clean up the place a little. Hope the lady won't mind.
Quite the contrary, I think.
How did it go with Vavak anyway?
Well, after everything that happened, I didn't want to leave Rosa here by herself. I'll have to go and see him now.
I understand. But go and see him as soon as possible. We won't get anywhere without his Minchmaster's key.
have my ways.
All right then. Keep your secrets.
What are you doing here?
I'm dealing with some trouble.
So I see. What trouble, though?
In case you hadn't noticed, the Lord of the house isn't here. He took to the hills.
What? When?
Only a few days ago. He took the coin from his little secret operation, packed up quietly in the night, and went God knows where.
Did Vavak take the Mint Master's key with him?
Well, if he had any sense left, he'd leave it here.
Why's that?
No one will be looking for the coin from the secret enterprise. But if it turned out Vavak had disappeared with the treasury key, the whole court would be after him. Unfortunately, Vavak isn't that stupid.
What's to be done? Damn it. I wanted to talk to Vavak about it. Me and you are going to have to sort it out. The question is whether I can trust you.
Excuse me? I took a big risk to help you last time, and you don't trust me all of a sudden?
Only this time the risk is even bigger.
Risk, you say? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. And I like gains. Talk to me then. It can't hurt to try. The worst that might happen is I won't help you.
All right. I need to get a couple of people into the Italian court unobserved.
What? Have you gone quite mad?
I know how it sounds, but we've got good reason and a good plan. Believe me, we just need a little help getting inside. That's what I need Vavak for. But he's not here now.
I hardly think the dirt we have on him would be enough to make Vavak do something as crazy as that. Well, it's true. I owe you. For keeping your lips sealed. But this is a bloody dangerous business. What do I get out of it if I help you?
Think about it. Vavak's gone, and if we succeed, Sigismund won't have any coin to pay his army. He'll go back to Hungary without appointing a new mint master. That will be your chance.
I can't deny it. You know how to sweet-talk a fellow. All right? Let's say I'll help you. But there's one thing we have to be clear about. If it all goes wrong and the slightest shadow of suspicion falls on me, I'll spill the beans about the secret mint. And I'll blame it all on you. You know a lot. And you'll happily confess in the torture chamber.
Well, all right then.
I'm glad we understand each other. So, what exactly is your plan?
We'll get into the church council meeting as the legate's retinue.
The legates? What do you mean?
We'll make it nice and clear to the cardinal that he'd be wise to cooperate with us. And while he's gabbing on in the meeting, we'll get to work in the guise of retinue.
For Christ's sake! Do you really think nobody will recognize you? Do any of you even speak?